trying something new today. I'm trying going live horizontally on this Sunday evening, of September 7th, I believe. Wait for people to come in and all that good stuff. Thank y'all for joining this evening. Thank you for the replay viewers. Thank y'all for joining. Of course, first off, all glory go to God, none to me. I'm Rifka. Rifka is an acronym which stands for Righteous in Faith Increase Abundantly. Matter of fact, I'm Justin Rifka Douglas. So this particular stream is not, when it's going live horizontally, it's not in the vertical live stream. Someone just joined. I think it's my wife. Of course, she will be moderating this afternoon. What's up, babe? If that's who's in here. If not, thank you for joining. Yeah, it is her. Okay, cool. Cool. Waiting for people to come in. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope you had a good Labor Day. I did. Definitely. Well, Labor Day weekend was real good. I ain't do much on Labor Day. Thank you for joining. I see somebody else just joined in. We're going to take a few minutes to let people join in, and we're going to get into the content. And now, as I go through the content, I will be answering questions. So once the questions and the feed gets dead, then I'll go back to the content. Because, of course, I want everybody to be able to engage throughout the whole live. I don't know how this going to go this evening on a horizontal live, because normally I'm in the vertical live stream. And of course, when you're in the vertical live stream, YouTube feeds your live to a lot of different people. So we're going to see how it's going to go. I'm going to start in a little bit regardless of what's going on. I'm going to start going over the content and all that good stuff. I know it's been about 2 weeks since I went live, because I told y'all when I'm traveling, I may not be able to go live. Sometimes it may coincide with the flight time and stuff like that. So I can't necessarily go live. You definitely can't go live on the plane, Or maybe you could on the Wi-Fi, but I don't know. You tell me that if that's frowned upon, babe. I don't know. But I wouldn't try it. I don't want to try it anyway. Probably disturb people around you and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Now, it's funny because on my other channel, when I went live horizontally, I had much real good results or whatever. When I went, it's frowned upon on the plane. Okay, we know now it's frowned upon on the plane. She from the aviation industry. So she definitely an expert on what is okay on the plane and what is not okay on the plane. So it's funny because on my other channel that I have, and I'm gonna be talking a little bit about that channel tonight. When I went live horizontally, it had better results than when I went live vertically. But I guess it just depends on the type of content that you're filming. Of course, talking head may be better for vertical. I mean, we don't know, but we're gonna find out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started shortly. I know it's a little late. Well, it's not late. It's a normal time I go on. I'm just a little late. So sorry I'm late, because normally I like to get on at 9 Eastern Standard Time every Sunday that I am in either Atlanta, Georgia, or in Texas. If I'm in Texas, it'll be Central Standard Time. If I'm in Atlanta, it'll be 9 Eastern Standard Time. And I usually always leave a message on the community tab on my page, letting people know when I'm gonna go live and when I'm not gonna go live. But we got about 20 more seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the content. Well, so far, this experiment of going live horizontally isn't doing like it did on the other channel. I'm not gonna say like I had hoped. But it's just not necessarily doing like it did on the other channel. But it just depends on the type of content, I think. Like I said, I think if you're doing talking head, you should probably do vertical, because they're going to feed it to people. And if you're doing other things, like if you're going live at an event to show people more of what's going on, you know, that's probably why I did better on the other channel. Give me a good stretch. I need to stretch my whole body. I was out of town working, doing a lot of walking and stuff. So, yep. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. And y'all can catch the replay and all that good stuff. So y'all just watching the replay, this is gonna be some good information that I'm gonna be getting into tonight. Yeah. Like I said, I'm Justin Rifka Douglas. I am an actor and Christian rapper. And the goal of my channel is to show artists, whether you be a singer, spoken word artist, rapper, or an actor, actress, what have you, dancer, whatever you do, whatever's your passion. It's my goal to show people how to be able to go full time doing that passion and still pay the bills, you know, because a lot of times it's hard to pursue your dreams because you don't have money coming in and you got to work a regular job. And a lot of times what we want to do for us pursuing our dreams is going to conflict with our 9-to-5 job. So I figured out ways to be able to leave my 9-to-5 job, which was teaching. I was a high school band director and an elementary music teacher for about 12 years total. 3 years high school band, 9 years elementary music. And now since 2020, since fall 2020, I have not been teaching. Now, I have went back into the classroom as a substitute teacher, but of course, that's one of those flexible gigs or flexible income streams that I have found that I can do. And I do several more. And I like to tell people about those as they come to me. But one of the main ways we can do that is through YouTube monetization, which I'm working on. And thank you for joining. I see somebody just came in. And as I get further along my YouTube monetization journey and get closer to that faster and learn different tricks of the trade, I share that information with you guys through lives on Sunday night. That seems like what people really want to hear about. But if it's any other topics people want to hear about that I know about, I would definitely go live on them. Like I did one about how to become an actor with no experience. I taught people how to do that in a live or whatever that you can check out and all that kind of stuff. But this particular channel, is Rifka 777 channel, was built on my music, Christian rap, and also my acting. And still till this day, this channel gets most of its views when I look at the analytics on my rapping and on my acting. That's always in the top 5. So let's get into it. This live is about how you can get 2,075 plus watch hours on a new YouTube channel. I've been able to accomplish that way faster than I'm doing it on this particular channel. I started a new YouTube channel called HBCU Culture channel. And I'm really having a lot of success on that channel. Matter of fact, that channel is very close to being monetized. I have 483 subscribers on there. Of course, you know, for that first level of monetization, you need 500 subscribers. And I have 2,075 plus watch hours on that channel. Of course, it takes a while for the watch hours to catch up because that information that tells you how close you are towards monetization, it's about 4 days behind, 3 to 4 days behind. So I know I'm way further than 2,075, but that's just what's showing in the creator in the YouTube studio right now. So I'm gonna tell y'all how you can do it. I'm gonna tell y'all how I did it on that channel, or whatever, what things I figured out. And you're gonna see me look at my notes from time to time because I want to make sure that I'm doing well with the content and all that good stuff. Of course, I already told y'all what my channel is about. This particular channel. So tap in with me, subscribe, you know, hit the notification bell, like, comment, all that good stuff. Because from your comments, I can tell what I need to go live about on Sundays and I would love to communicate with you as well. So I told y'all what the channel is about. I don't need to rehash that. I'll rehash that at the end. But studies on my YouTube channel and others. Why did I start a new YouTube channel? Because of studies on this YouTube channel and other YouTube channels. I tried different stuff out on this channel when I decided I was going to continue to try to be monetized, because of course y'all know that watch hour situation is very difficult. I accomplished 1,000 subscribers easily on this channel, as y'all know, and I didn't know about the watch hours back then. I thought all you had to do was have 1,000 subscribers and then you'd be monetized on YouTube. I found out that wasn't the case when I got to that point. When I got to that point, I found out about the watch hours, and getting those watch hours seemed very difficult to me. So I kind of gave up for a few years. I think I got 1,000 subscribers back in 2016 or 17, somewhere. Yeah, it had to be 16 because my hair was short. No, it wasn't 16. It was 17 or 18. My hair was shorter. In 19, I started growing my hair out like it is now. So that's how I know in the video where I talked about it, my hair was short. I had like a taper fade. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's how I can tell what the time frame was. But I accomplished that, gave up. The watch hour thing, that's an issue. That's an issue a lot of YouTubers deal with. We can get subscribers easily, LOL, and it was red hair. Yeah, it used to be red hair back in Vegas. Before I moved out here in 2019, my hair was red. But I started it out short red, and then I grew it out and all that good stuff. She was there. She remembers. Yeah, the watch hour thing is real difficult. And I figured out several techniques that help you with your watch hours. So I was putting different stuff on this particular channel a few years ago when I was trying to figure out what to do. It's still geared around my passion, which is helping artists learn how to go full time and still be able to pay their bills, doing their dream, pursuing their dreams and stuff like that. So I was trying different stuff. What I would notice is when I would put up HBCU stuff, whether it be tug of war at a HBCU swag picnic, or whether it be HBCU bands doing a fifth quarter or playing various songs, I noticed that those videos would get a whole lot of views. And I know as a consumer of that type of content, I watch that type of stuff all the time. And I started analyzing my own behavior because I know the audience of HBCU content, because I am the audience, a person in the audience of HBCU content. So I started noticing that, and people was watching that stuff on my channel. And I noticed that most HBCU band channels specifically were already monetized. And you can always tell if a channel is monetized because they're going to have that heart with the money sign inside of it, which means that people can give them donations, which AKA YouTube calls a super thanks. When you see that, you know their channel is monetized. Whether it's monetized on the lower tier, where you have to have the 3,000 watch hours and the 500 subscribers plus, or if it's on that higher tier where you have to have the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, you still had it. So you know they monetize. So I was noticing these channels that put up HBCU band content are monetized, whether they are doing just filming bands doing stuff, or if they reacting to bands. A lot of those channels were monetized. I was like, why are these channels monetized? Why do they get the watch hours to get monetized and why I can't? Well, I started analyzing that, and I started realizing that because people want to hear all the songs that are going to be played in the fifth quarter, and they want to know the outcome of the band battle, or they want to hear the full song that the band is playing. If it's two bands, they want to know how each band did, and they want to see that, and they want to hear that. They want to know what selections the band is going to play. So there's a level of suspense that keeps them watching. Like, it's kind of like when you watch a movie or a TV show or whatever, or you keep binging it. You binging like All American, for instance. We've been watching a new season of that. And they kept leaving me on these cliffhangers. So we kept on watching The next episode, we kept watching, we kept watching, we kept watching. And they kept us on Netflix for all that time. You know, just like YouTube wants us to keep people on. So banned content naturally does that. Yeah, that's just simple as that. So that's gonna keep them on because they want to know the results of what's gonna happen. So you may not be a banned person, but you can take this as a lesson that whatever you're passionate about, figure out how you can use that passion or use that niche to keep people on and make people want to see what the outcome is. You know, you got to have that level of suspense to hold people on. All right. Utilize, and I want to talk about utilizing a working format. You want to see what formats on YouTube are working. And you can tell this because, you know, it may be a different topic or a different niche on certain formats, but people are using a lot of the same type of formats all the time. For me, HBCU band channels, I noticed that they were putting up band battles, you know, and that's 0 quarters, which is before the game when the bands battle, go back and forth with song selections. The 5th quarters, which is after the football game, when bands go back and forth with song selections. Or, dang, what I just noticed something. They don't let you do the highlight video when you're horizontal, I don't think. Let me see. Let me try to press that and see. Oh, it is going to do a highlight. Okay, cool. It's like it looks a little bit different when you're going vertical horizontally. So they're going to put something up. They're going to put a highlight up. And YouTube real good about picking good spots from your video to highlight. And halftime shows, like I was saying, halftime shows, the band channels put up halftime shows because they want to see both type. People are going to want to see how the people did on the bands. And you can utilize this for your niche or whatever it is to be able to do that. Another way what I did, I noticed that faceless voiceovers are that method or style of video is very prevalent. Somebody I kept watching that gets a lot of views is O'Shea Duke Jackson. I probably watch his stuff the most out of everybody on YouTube. You know, YouTube show you who you watch the most. And he does faceless voiceovers. Of course, he has pictures showing of what he's talking about and AI pictures and all that kind of stuff. But he's just talking about the situation or whatever's going on in African-American culture, African-American celebrity culture or what have you or whatever. And that's very successful. That's a successful style. Like I say, you need to craft one of these types of styles in your niche. I noticed the faceless voiceover really worked, and what I figured out was how to use this faceless voiceover method for myself. And I did it uniquely in my niche through college tour videos. That's how I did it. But you can do it uniquely in your niche in some type of way if you want to use the faceless voiceover method. Of course, this channel has a face or whatever. My face is always on it. But my other channel that I started, based on my research, does not use my face at all. It uses the faceless voiceover method. So I do college tours on that channel, and that became very successful. Thank you. I noticed somebody else joined in. Thank you for joining. I go to different colleges around the country, different HBCUs around the country, because I always find myself in different areas of the country. And I film those HBCUs just on my phone. I take footage, and then I edit the footage. And then what I do is I'll do a voiceover talking about the college, about different things, different facts about the college and stuff like that. Notable alumni that went to the college, how much the college cost, the mascot when it started, all that good stuff, what you can major in at this specific college or whatever. I do a voiceover about that because people that went to various HBCUs, they want to see what these colleges look like around the country. Yeah, you may see the bands all the time. You may see them battle. You may see the teams playing or whatever. But I know as personally, I was interested as in what these colleges look like. So because I come from that culture of HBCUs, which stands for historically black colleges and universities, because I come from that band culture of HBCU bands, I knew that other people would be interested in this as well. Also, when a school has a good band, I put selections or arrangements of the band in the beginning of the video so that it'll hold people's attention, so they wonder what I'm gonna play from that particular band next. They want to know what song I'm gonna play next. They like, okay, this cat playing some good jams or whatever from this band over there. I want to know what they're gonna play next, and that holds the people's attention. And then after that, I start talking about the different facts and stuff about the university. And a lot of people like to know what famous people went to these colleges, or what notable people that did great things in the world went to these particular colleges. And I talk about that too. And they watch that. They like that. So these videos have been very successful in me getting the watch hours. And if you figure out a way to do the faceless voiceover method with your videos too, in your particular niche, you'll be able to do it as well. Let's see. What else we got? Event vlogs. I use that because there's a lot of HBCU events around the country. And whenever I go to one, where there be a HBCU game, college game, especially college football, I went to the Swag MEAC Challenge, which was in Atlanta. I went to the Labor Day Classic in Houston. And I just take different clips of different things or film different things from the day. I edit those things together, and then I upload them. And then people that weren't able to attend feel like they were there. And let me give a tip real quick. Don't publish the video right away. That's something that I've really learned. When you let the video sit unlisted, or schedule it to play the next day or a few days later, the YouTube algorithm is able to take information during that whole time so that they can push your video out to the right people. And I noticed from my studies and what I've tried, when I put a video out when it's unlisted for a while and it goes up a few days later on my new channel that's niche down, that's only about HBCU stuff and nothing else. Thank you for the like. When I do that, those videos do much better and get more views consistently than those videos I just put up right away. Thank you. So make sure that you do that when you do those long videos, like vlog, any video really, like vlogs and stuff like that. But people feel like you can do event vlogs. That's an idea for your niche. If your niche has various events that go on that you know people in your niche will want to see, go live. Not go live. I'm talking about that later. Show these events, get clips, edit them together, upload them. People that's interested in your niche gonna want to watch them, and they gonna watch for a long time so they can see what all happened at the event, so they can feel like they went and they can see what they missed. That holds people on your video so you can get those watch hours faster. What else? Yep. Other options that I do not use but you can use that are surefire methods that people use on YouTube that work. You have you see this all the time, the man on the street method. Where they go up to people with a microphone and ask them, can I ask you some questions today or whatever? And, you know, they interview them, or they may do like some type of game on the street or whatever. And then if they win, they give them some type of prize. You know, I saw one where a cat that's a producer. This cat, man, it's a man on the street style, but he's not talking to anybody. He's actually like a DJ. He's playing music and stuff like that, hip hop. He's a producer, but he's playing his beats and has a mic with him, and he's letting cats rap or freestyle on the street. You know what I'm saying? And having freestyle sessions and ciphers on the street to his beats. And he's uploading his content. And it's causing people to watch because they want to see who gonna rap next and all that kind of stuff. There's that suspense if they gonna have skills and all that kind of stuff when they do rap. That's a way that's in a different niche that people use in man on the street, not in a traditional method. You got to think up your own specific way that you can get people, that you can use these surefire methods that's been working on YouTube since the beginning of the YouTube to get watch hours in your niche. You just got to think a little outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like that producer dude did, or like I did with my college tour videos or whatever. Podcasts. Of course, a lot of people like watching podcasts. Now, I don't use the podcast method yet. That's not to say I never will, but I don't right now. But you can do a podcast that's geared around your niche, and people are gonna watch the podcast or whatever. You know, and of course, if they watching the podcast, they want to hear the questions going on, people talking about their experiences in your particular niche. If you're interviewing famous people or notable people from your niche, people are gonna want to know those people's backstory. You know what I'm saying? That's why podcasts are so big, because people want to know those backstories or those experiences that people are talking about. And people, and guess what? They watching the full podcast or even watching a little bit of the podcast, you're going to get them watch hours for that. Let me do another highlight. This free content when you press the highlight button. Highlight, save to your channel as unlisted video up to last 5 minutes. Yup, use that all the time. And that's gonna look regular on here because I'm horizontal. I see you don't get as many people coming in when you go horizontal with the talking head, but it's gonna look regular with the highlights and stuff like that. It's gonna give me a lot of videos. So use podcasts in your niche. The talking head, I'm talking about that right now. Talking head style. That's another style on YouTube that's successful for some people. It hasn't been as successful for me, but it is successful for a lot of people that's giving information and stuff like that. So try that in a unique way in your particular niche that will be beneficial, and people will want share tips personally in your niche. And as you're giving those tips, people are going to watch, and they're going to want to get all those tips that you're giving them. You know what I'm saying? Don't be stingy with the tips that you're giving and stuff like that. Because if you're not stingy, people going to stay on and watch, because you're giving out free information. A great example of this is Myron Golden. Myron Golden. That cat, that's another cat on YouTube I watch a lot. He'll be up there talking, giving a whole bunch of financial tips and stuff like that, or experiences that he's been through, and people watch it. So he get a lot of watch hours because people watching it. And that's in his niche. So think about how you can use the talking head method in your niche. Thank you for joining. I see somebody else join. Thank you for joining. I'm giving tips about how you can get those watch hours fast on your new channel that you start, based on things you've observed that work on other channels or have worked on your particular channel. Because when a channel is niche down, the algorithm knows exactly who to send that information to. Thank you for coming in. My wife saying thank you for coming in. She's the moderator in here. So they know exactly who to send people to when it's a niche down channel. When you're doing a lot of different stuff, the algorithm gets kind of confused. And I've had to learn that the hard way. My wife kept telling me you need to niche down your channel. And I kept seeing YouTube videos where people telling you need to niche down your channel. And now I know from personal experience, you got to niche down your channel to a certain topic. And when you do that, YouTube is going to push your channel out there, and you're going to get those watch hours way easier than if you're doing all these different topics on one channel where you are the niche. Like this channel right here is a you are the niche channel. Where like Rifka 777, which is me, Rifka, Justin Rifka is the niche. And I'm doing different stuff, talking about my life and all that kind of stuff. But I get subscribers easily on this channel, but I do not get the watch hours easy on this channel. On my HBCU culture channel that I started from data I got from this channel, I get a lot of watch hours and a lot of subscribers on that channel. So it does work. People giving good information when they tell you that. The last thing I want to talk about that's very important that I've seen successful on this channel to get watch hours quickly, and also on my HBCU culture channel that gets watch hours quickly, is going live. Go live. YouTube loves when you go live, and I've noticed when you go live, it's a two-edged sword, or you killing two birds with one stone. You getting subscribers while you're live, and you get them in batches. I'm talking about double digits sometimes. Some people probably get triple digits. I haven't experienced that yet. Not to say I won't one day, but I have gotten double digits subscribers from a live. I got like 23 or to 25 subscribers from one live at once one time. So it's crazy. Also, when you go live, it also gives you those watch hours because you can upload. Well, YouTube is when you upload it, let YouTube upload your video on demand where people can see it. YouTube is going to give you the watch hours from your live when you were live, and they're going to give you those watch hours from when people came to your channel after and watched your video on demand, which helps you get those watch hours a lot quicker. So going live, but let me tell you, you got to think outside the box when you go live and think about how it can fit your niche. On my HBCU culture channel, I go live at HBCU events. I went live at the MEAC Swag Challenge, which is HBCU football games. I go live while the bands are battling. Zero quarter, I go live while they're marching in. I go live while they are doing the fifth quarter where the bands battle at the end of the game. I go live during halftime. People want to see that, especially if they're not there. And the videographers that are there, what I realized, they getting the content for later, but they're not going to be able to put it up till later. But if I'm going live during it, people going to watch it because they don't want to wait till later. They'll watch me right now, and then so they can know what's going on, and then they'll watch the videographer's content that's all good and great and close-ups and all edited later on. But I'm going to get, when you go live at a certain event that you're at, people are seeing it right on the spot. So they have no choice because they looking it up so they can see it because they know somebody got to be live at this so I can see it. So figure out what in your niche that people in your niche want to see and go live at those type of events and those type of functions so that people can see them live and so you can benefit, your channel can benefit from getting those watch hours from those people looking for that event because they're not able to be there, but they want to see what's going on. Man, it really works, man. It's a game changer. I always see my watch hours go up on both channels from going live. Like, that's very important. I don't know why I was fighting it for so long, but I'm not going to fight it no more. Streaming is the way to go because it works to grow those watch hours. Definitely. Show events, zero month. Yep, talk about that. So craft a channel around what you love and have experience in. Yes. So from when you build a YouTube channel in a specific niche, craft that channel around what you love and have experience in. Because guess what? When you love it and have experience in it, you can put yourself in the shoes of your viewers. Because you know it inside and out. You know what I'm saying? And you can think just like them and you know what they gonna want to see. And it ain't nothing like it, man. Personally, and I'm just using myself for example, I created the HBCU channel because I like HBCU stuff. I went to a historically black college. I went to Prairie View A&M. I was in the band. That's why I post a lot of band stuff on my channel. And I know how band heads are. I know what they looking for when certain events go on. I know they want to see the fifth quarter live. I know they want to see the zero quarter live. I know they want to see halftime live because it was me. I'm looking for the stuff when I'm not at the events and stuff so I can see it live and know what's going on with Prairie View and Southern in the fifth quarter, or know what's going on at the SWAC championship if I'm not there in Prairie View in it and all that kind of stuff. So I know to go live. I know what they're going to be looking for. It ain't nothing like it. So pick something you're passionate about that you're going to enjoy making videos about and enjoy going live at, and you can go outside the box and create new ways that people aren't presenting to the YouTube community, and then people are going to come into your channel, give you those watch hours because you're giving them something new and fresh that they have not experienced before. You know, I know about what songs people are going to like because I was a music major. I was in the band. I was a band director for 3 years and stuff like that. So I can put myself in the brain of somebody who, what people like to hear, you know, what people think going jam and what's going to hold them there so they can continue to watch to grow those watch hours quicker. And you can do the same with whatever niche that you have. You just gotta try different things, and eventually you're gonna land on something that's going to work for you. I promise you that. So we've come to the end. If there's not any questions, are there any questions in the chat? Any questions? We didn't get any questions tonight that I see. Matter of fact, let me press this to see if there's any questions that I No, that's not it. I haven't went live horizontally on here before, and the next time I go live, it's gonna be vertical when I'm talking to people and stuff like that. But on my HBCU channel, when I'm at different games and different events, I go live horizontally because that works better for people coming in and wanting to watch because they can see more. Of course, when you go live this way, which is vertically, they can't really see as much. Like, you know, if you go live big way, people can see more of what's going on, where they at. So it just depends, you know what I'm saying? You gotta work, you gotta try and see what works best. And now I know that there are pros to going live like this. Like when I do the highlight videos, it's gonna be regular landscape videos, and it's probably gonna work out better for me to save the videos and let them save to my channel. But you don't get as many YouTube doesn't feed your live to as many people, but when you go live vertically, they constantly feeding it to people in the shorts feed and constantly feeding it to people in the vertical shorts feed, so more people come in and out. Okay, so there's no comments. What I've been doing, what's going on? I just want to let y'all know a little bit of what I've been having going on and what I got coming up. I did film the game show last week. The game show is Scrambled Up. It's going to be premiering actually tomorrow, not my episode, because they've been filming episodes for a long time, probably since July. They've been filming episodes for Scrambled Up. Michael Yo is the host, and it's gonna be a great game show. I'm telling you, it's gonna be another hit game show. I can definitely tell. It's very enjoyable. I can't tell y'all what happened, but make sure y'all continue to tune in to see if I won that $10,000 on Scrambled Up. And that's what people be competing for. It's a fun game show that you're gonna want to play along with at home, definitely. So watch that. It premieres tomorrow. Check your local listings. It's premiering all over the United States, in all of the major markets and some of the smaller markets. So check that out. I guarantee you're going to love it. If you like Family Feud, if you like America Says, if you like Jeopardy, if you like Wheel of Fortune, if you like all them various game shows, you're going to like this one too. I promise you. I promise you. And I was blessed to be on it. You know what I'm saying? And I got a little surprise for y'all on my episode as well, although I don't know when it's airing. But when I know when my episode is airing, I will let y'all know on here and put up information on all my social media so y'all can watch. But I say watch the show anyway because it starts premiering tomorrow. I don't know the time, but I know it starts premiering tomorrow. It's going to be playing 5 days a week. Yeah, every day like regular shows. What I got coming up, as y'all know, I got a commercial coming out soon that I filmed a couple months ago, I think. So when that comes out, I'll be posting it on here, and I'll let you know when that commercial is running. Because I'm an actor and a rapper. You know, actor first, rapper second. It seems like I was a rapper first, but I actually was an actor before I was a rapper. I was just a rapper professionally before I was an actor professionally. But now I do both professionally. Yep. And what else I got coming up? I got, of course, the podcast, social media music video is running right now on my social media platforms. You can see that where I am both Justin Douglas and Rifika. Justin Douglas is interviewing Rifika, and it's on YouTube. You can check it out. You can check out the landscape version, and you can check out the vertical version if you like. Comment, share, all that good stuff. Click a like on it and all that good stuff. And I got one more social media video coming up down the pipe. And it's probably going to release in November. It'll probably be filmed in October or edited in October or whatever. But this one's going to take a lot out of me. I'm going to try to even have my son in it and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. So it'll probably be coming out in November, I'm thinking. And then after that, because y'all know I've been doing this social media music video series. After that, I'm going to start pushing hard, working on songs on the Say La album, which is the album that I have coming up that I'm gearing up for. So I just been basically building up my fan base back up because, you know, I hadn't put out an album, a solo album in a while. I put out the Douglas Boys one. But I hadn't put out a solo album since 2015, I believe. The Freshman album dropped. So this will be my first solo album since then. That's like 10 years ago. Interesting. But I guarantee you ain't gonna want to miss it. You're gonna enjoy it. My flow has gotten way better since 10 years ago. And y'all know I'm gonna be dropping some knowledge. I'm gonna be dropping some spiritual truths. You know what I'm saying? Talking about life. I just rap about my life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a Christian rapper, so Christianity is a big part of my life. But y'all that know my music and look down my timeline, you'll see it. Y'all know I'm not I'm very transparent and I'm not super preachy on my stuff. What else? That's basically it. Man, so we've come to the end of the live. Thank y'all for those who did join. Thank you for those of you who watching the replay and all that good stuff. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment to let me know that you were here, you know, that you checked out the video and what you got from the video. If you want me to cover a certain topic and all that stuff, let me know in the comments. But I share my social media journey with you so that it's easier for you to accomplish what I've accomplished on YouTube and on TikTok and all these different social media platforms, mainly YouTube and TikTok, because that's what I'm focused on right now, so that you can accomplish it faster and get monetized faster. But like I said, that HBCU Culture channel, which is my second channel, is very close to monetization. I'd say probably in the next month, that channel will be monetized. And of course, I'm going to throw a celebration online when it's monetized. And y'all going to see all the posts and all that stuff. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly how I was able to do it. But thank y'all for joining. Yeah. Please remember, only what you do for Christ will last, and the righteous in faith increase abundantly. Y'all be blessed until next time. And I hope you got something from the content. All right. Peace. Oh, wow. When you press it on this, you can see the finger all up in the lens.